Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Michael Morales Torres, staff member of Lucha Libre Online and social media manager for New Generation Championship Wrestling, and I'll have the honor to welcome you. My guest at this time, she is current ACW Women's Champion and, as from last night, WXW's Women's Champion, the Lady of Rock and Rumble, Avery Taylor. Miss Taylor, how are you doing today?
Great. Thank you for having me. How are you doing tonight?
Excellent. It is for us an honor to have you as our guest. It is pretty interesting. How did that happen? I mean, you won the title last night, a pretty prestigious title like WXW. How did it happen? Who you defeated?
I was working Rocky Radley. I defeated her for the title. It was super awesome. Awesome opportunity. I love working with WXW, so very honored to be there and become their champion last night.
That sounds great. For the people that don't know Avery Taylor, what can you tell us about Avery Taylor? Who Avery Taylor is?
Avery Taylor, I am a modern day rock star. I'm the Lady of Rock and Rumble. I'm bringing 80s style rock and roll back to the modern day wrestling genre. So I like to bring the two of them together, communicate the both of them together, and that's what I'm all about.
That sounds great. And when did Avery Taylor, the Lady of Rock and Rumble, decided to become a wrestler? When was the moment that you sat down, analyzed, and said, this is what I want to do for the rest of my life?
At a pretty young age, honestly. I started watching wrestling when I was about 6 years old. So I'd say probably around the time that I was 10, 11 years old, I decided that this is what I wanted to do for the rest of my life, and that's where I'm at now. Fast forward a bunch of years, I went to training and really committed, and here I am, living the dream.
That's amazing, and you're now a dual champion. But at that moment, when you were 6 years old and you decided to become a wrestler, who was your inspiration? Which lady you looked forward to say, like, hey, I want to be like this person?
I'd say it was always Lita, because she was super hardcore and she was a little more out there. She wasn't like your typical wrestling diva, not super glamorous, more just about being hardcore and kicking ass. So I'd say lady-wise was my biggest inspiration. But my favorite wrestler of all time was The Undertaker. So I feel like a lot of his like hardcore, I'm gonna kill you vibe is how I kind of incorporate myself in the ring now. So kind of between the two of them, I feel like I'm a good mix of the two of them.
Definitely, and it's pretty interesting that you mentioned Lita, because you are a rock star of pro wrestling. Lita actually brought a new style to pro wrestling once she debuted with Mr. Aguila or X.A. Rios at that moment. Today you are pretty different from the rest of the girls that are out there. You have a gimmick, you have a lifestyle, you have your own way of doing things. How do you decided that was the thing for you?
Well, I kind of just honestly take how I am in real life and just kind of exaggerate my real life persona in the ring. So I listen to rock and roll all the time. I go to rock and roll concerts. So I kind of mimic that and just amplify my real life persona just times 10 in the ring. So I'm a little more over the top, but I like to be myself, just exaggerate it a little bit.
That's amazing, and it's pretty cool because it's a natural thing. It's like you have it in you. It's not a gimmick. It's not something that you need to portray. It's your lifestyle and you just being you, which makes it interesting. Because not many wrestlers can be themselves inside the ring, and many of them adapt a different personality and decide to portray or emulate another person, and that's how they do things. But you being yourself, it's simply impressive. How many years do you have in pro wrestling?
I've been in the business for about 3 years. I trained for the first year. The second year, I was in wrestling. I was going for it, and then I got very badly injured.
Oh, wow.
So I was out for about a year. And then I just hit my year back being in the ring in April. So I'm about 3 years in. So still relatively new, but I'm starting to really get the hang of it, find myself in the ring. So it's all good. It's all part of the process.
How did the injury happen, and what specifically kind of injury it was?
So I had been in practice. I was just training at my school. I got headbutted in my eye socket, and I actually broke my eye socket and all of the bones in my face on the one side. And then they told me to stay out of the ring for a long time. I did not listen to my doctors, and I went back very soon. And then I ended up getting a really bad concussion. So I was just out for a long time. I guess I didn't listen, and that's what happens,
Oh wow! That's pretty. It's pretty bad as the fact that you decided to come back and just try things again and take things your way. I mean, there are a few wrestlers, not to mention any guy right now, but a few of them decided to immediately quit after receiving a concussion. An example of that is a guy in NXT that I'm not gonna mention right now. But the fact that you actually decided to come back and still follow your dream and still achieve things and become better and better, it's simply impressive. I don't know how you decided.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Perfect. You mentioned that you've been 3 years inside the pro wrestling business, working as a wrestler. Which names or people have you faced so far, and in which companies Avery Taylor already left her mark?
So my favorite opponents that I've faced, Lindsay Snow has been really, really good. She's super tough in the ring. She's super hard. She's going to lay her stuff in. She's been really awesome to work. Rocky Radley, I've faced her a few times. She's the same way, super good in the ring. She really challenged me a lot. So I feel like working people like that, it really makes me step up my game and try to work harder and be better than I would be usually. And just the energy in the ring is awesome. When you can work somebody who really understands you and is trying to push you to be the best you can be, there's really nothing better than that. That's what this business is all about, just being the best you can be, putting on the best show you can, and pushing yourself past limits that you wouldn't normally go past with just like a regular component. So it's really fun when you get those opportunities.
And speaking of opportunities, you have a pretty interesting matchup in a few weeks on June 8th, the Paul V. Mitchell Arena in Orlando, Florida. You will be making your debut for NGCW, and you will be facing La Brava. NGCW's previous events, I remember they had Eva Lise, there's been Santana Garrett, Lacey Lane, among many other people, many other amazing wrestlers. But this time, their main female wrestler, their main brand that night will be Avery Taylor. First of all, how do you feel about making your debut for NGCW? And second, how are you feeling about facing La Brava in a match that can and will steal the show that night?
I'm super excited to make my debut. I mean, like you said, Eva Lise, people like that, they paved the way for girls like me to come in and do what we do. So I'm super excited for the opportunity, and I'm going to bring my A game. It doesn't matter who I'm facing. It doesn't matter where I'm going. I will always bring my A game. I will be the best me that I can be. And, I mean, good luck to whoever comes against me, because you're going to have quite the fight that night. I will not lay down easily, and I will not be put down easily. So whoever I'm facing, it's going to be a fight, and you better be ready.
So you guys heard it. You need to be there. You need to witness this moment. Avery Taylor's debut, NGCW, June 8th, Paul V. Mitchell Arena. Tickets are available in www.ngcwpro.com. Avery, what message can you send to all the fans out there supporting you that are in the Florida area and have the opportunity to see you that night?
So whoever has been following me, whoever has been watching me, whoever is a fan of me, I thank you for the support. If you don't know who I am, I will reassure you that you will know who I am very, very soon. If you don't know me, I promise you, you will not forget me the second that you see me wrestle. So, come on out. It's going to be a good time. I'm going to whoop everyone's ass, and I will make it a night you will not forget. I promise you that.
So you guys heard her, the Lady of Rock and Rumble, WXW and ACW's Women's Champion. She will be on June 8th, Paul de Mitchell Arena against La Brava in a match that will clearly steal the show that night. You have guys like Carlito, Eli Drake, Mecha Wolf, Laredo Kid. There's a few guys in that card too, but I'm pretty sure, and I had a feeling that this will be the match which will be stealing the show. Avery, we thank you so much for the opportunity to have you as our guest, and we will be looking forward to this match.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited for the match, and I hope everyone comes out, and it's going to be a good night. It will be a night you will not forget, I promise that.
Perfect. I'm pretty sure they won't forget. And before leaving, for the fans that are outside there that know you and the one that doesn't know you, which are the pages or the social media where they can follow you and see your content?
So Instagram, you can find me at Avery Taylor, AVERY_Taylor. Facebook, it's at the Avery Taylor, and Twitter, it's at the Avery Taylor. So it's pretty simple. Hit me up, follow me, reach out to me. I love hearing from everybody, so let me know. Let me hear you.
Perfect, guys. So you hear her. You just follow her, message her, follow her content. She is the next rock and roll superstar of pro wrestling.
Yes, I love it.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me. Looking forward to it.
Perfect.